We're good.
That was the best moment ever.
What part?
It was you just looking at it like,
It wasn't working. Oh, you gotta talk louder, my friend.
oh, I know. We have the microphone really low because unfortunately I am going to lose my temper today. I know I am because we're going to be talking about pet peeves.
Ooh, Ian's already on.
He's already on.
Hi, Ian. He says, yo, yo.
It'd be nice if I could.
Yeah, what's your problem here?
Technology
Is
hates
this
us.
your first time?
First time.
Nice.
Story of my life, right?
I
I know. Why don't you
Were you
start?
copyrighted?
What's that?
It's right there. You're
I know.
passing it.
I know, but see, it's right here. Relax. I know what
Oh
I'm
my
doing.
god.
See?
Do you?
There we
Is
go.
the sound on? There we go.
Now we can see everyone's comments. All right, so let's start this baby because there's a lot we have to talk about. Or at least I do.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want to start? Go for it. I'll let you.
All right, we only got one person. We only got Ian, so only Ian's going to listen to us right away.
That's
all right, so
right.
wait a minute. We're going to talk about our pet peeves today. I'd like to welcome the Goofy Geek page. I like to welcome the Goofy Geek podcast. I like to thank the Goofy Geek boutique for our cups and sponsoring us.
My biggest
My
pet
biggest,
peeve,
so
people
Ian
don't watch-
already writes, my biggest pet peeves is people who don't watch Firefly.
I think you're just going to have to get over that one. Agree to disagree.
No, so I'm going to have to apologize right now, because I know my pet peeves, I go to crazy land, and I know I'm going to get to a point where I'm going to say something inappropriate, like swears, or say something that will make me look like a psycho. So let's just get that straight out right now. So please forgive me, everybody.
All right.
All right, so I thought we'd start off with the grocery store or
Oh,
any
boy.
type of store
Okay.
because that's like
Okay.
my biggest thing. So I'm gonna. Ian says, "Let it out, brother." So my biggest thing I'm going to talk about right away. My first story is going to be about Walmart during this craziness where you have to walk one way down the aisles.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
So, like, I'm okay with that. Like,
Mhm.
I get it. It's rules. That's fine. Now, I don't care if people walk down the wrong way.
Mhm.
As long as you're not on top of me, I don't
Right.
care. Like, I would just, like,
Right.
if you're there, I'm here, who cares? I'm not a strickler. But I did. I met that person. Excuse me. And I turn around, yes. And they're like, it only goes one way. So I say, oh, okay, I'm sorry.
You should have said, I am going one way.
That's usually when I'm driving with runway roads, I say that. But I say, fine. So I said, fine. Okay. So now, as I assume everyone else does, like when you're walking up and down the aisle, you're stuck with the people that are walking with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm like, fine. So I start walking down. So the lady now is in front of me because now the way I go the right way,
Mhm.
and now she's in front of me. So now, because I'm me and who I am, she goes to stop and goes, oh, I forgot something. And I said, sorry, it's one way. You need to go
Oh,
around.
my gosh.
And she goes, no, I'm just going back. I'm like, no, it's
It's
only
one way.
one way.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, but I'm on the aisle. And I was like, so was I.
You're right.
And oh my God, this lady turned so red, and I turned so red, and I was so mad. Like, and it's stupid rules. Like,
Mhm.
if everyone just take 2 seconds and just have common sense of like, okay, if there's 3 people down the aisle, don't go down the aisle.
Right.
Like, don't go down it. It's too many people. Like, I just get like, when you're in line, don't be on top of someone. How hard's that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always seem to be like, like I always got that one person on the sticker. I'm like, okay, I'm on the sticker. No, your shoe is slightly, I swear to God, your shoe is slightly off. I'm like,
I've never gotten that.
oh, I have. And I'm like, what are you talking about, Mike? Shannon was with me. Shannon looked at me like, what is going on? And I'm like, my shoe was slightly off the sticker.
God forbid.
And she was like, and this lady was like freaking out. Like, I just corona the whole area because my shoe was like, my toe
My
of the
God.
shoe was out. And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
You know what the problem is? people need to find a hobby that's and that doesn't relate to
I
the,
get.
the grocery
Listen,
store.
I get the scare. I did
Right.
because I was scared too. I'm not gonna act like. I'm not gonna act like any way that I'm bigger than everyone else because my dad has that whole like, whatever the 6 things that you
Right.
have, you'll die if you get corona. Like
Right.
my dad has that, so I'm very like, nope, not gonna go down there. Like, so the other thing I get mad about is for some stinking reason I still care. Like, I still have a mask in my pocket, so if someone asks me to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. I
Yeah.
am vaccinated. I'm not trying to cause whatever your decision is your decision. I personally don't want to go down there, and I really don't care like
Right.
that. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do for me, and that's good enough. Okay. Before everyone gets political on me, I just whatever. So I go. I am a toy collector, or I play with action figures, whatever you want, but I don't care. I have them. So I go down the toy aisle. That is my treat. That's my release.
Mm-hmm.
I walk down the toy aisle, and there is 2 kids, a cart, and 2 parents.
Yep.
They're taking up the whole aisle. Like, the cart is in the middle. The 2 kids are sitting there. They're talking. They're playing. They're not even looking
Yeah.
for toys. The parents are like, honey, pick something. The husband is out to lunch, and I go to look down, like down the lane. I'm like, okay, I got no place to walk. Like, I literally have no place to walk.
Yeah.
So my instinct is don't go down that thing. Like,
Right.
just wait for them to leave. I went to another part of like the toy section, which I don't care about, and stood there for like almost 10 minutes. And they're still down this aisle.
Oh my God.
And I'm thinking to myself, what world are you in that you're only you and your kids? Like, when my kids and I go down something like that, come on, man, people have to get through. Like, stand
Right.
on the side, the cart's over to the side.
Right.
I'm looking at something. If someone comes next to me, I back up because I say to myself, I'm taking too long looking at something because I'm trying to decide if I
Right.
want to spend A or B. And then there's one person who just takes up the whole spots and like, hey, I'm shopping. Is when I'm done, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I always think to myself, like, what are you doing? Like, do you not see the rest of the world?
Nope.
Like, where are we? Like, what is this? Are you that tunnel vision? Mm-hmm. Like, I can't tell you when they open up, like when Walmart, there's only like 3 places open, aisles, like,
Yeah.
like to check out.
Oh my God! Don't
Okay.
even get me started on that.
And there's always like that one person will open up, and like people will fight to get there, and I'm
Right.
like, no, it's the next person in line.
Right.
And-
Unless they already have their stuff on the
right,
belt.
Right. Like
The next
the
available
next
person.
available person,
Right.
and they'll be like, no, I was here. You were here when? You're
Right.
like 4th in line here.
Right.
This person says, and it's always that person who's like, oh no, it's fine. No, it's not fine. Fight for this because this lady, and it's always for some stinky reason. Oh my God, I'm getting like my brain's about to pop. Is literally the like person that has like 3 carts.
Yeah. Yep.
And the best part is they're the ones that's blocking where everyone's walking in. It's like everyone's walking. You're in line.
Yeah.
Like I stand in the clothes. Like I'll take my thing and I'll stand in the clothes, or I'll push my cart on like sideways.
Right.
Like that particular. Like instead of going this way,
Right.
it's going this way. Right. And I'm thinking to myself like, okay, I'm out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then like every time I walk into Walmart, there's lines, and they're like, oh no, I'm here. You can't walk by. Can't walk
Right.
by.
Right.
And you're going. So, like, it's my job to walk way out of my section here. It's just so you can stay in line.
Right.
It's like, yes.
And I hate those people who are like, they have like the 3 carts themselves, and then you see like the one person, or there's one person with like 1 item, and they still like won't let that
Yeah.
person go. Like, you're gonna be there for 6 years,
And then it's
and
like,
you won't let that one person go.
I had someone do that. And you know what they said to the girl that it was a girl? They have self-checkout, And I wanted to be like, obviously she doesn't want to go there. That's why she's in line.
Right.
And
I'm a self-checkout girl.
Are you? I hate
Yeah,
it. I
no.
hate it. I hate it.
I don't like people.
Shannon makes me go through it. See, I'm the opposite. I like people. Like, I like
No,
to be...
I don't like, and that gives me a lot of anxiety because then I have to like pretend like I care about their lives, and I
Really?
don't. Yeah.
Oh, me. I opened the bag
Or like
for
that
them.
small talk. No, I don't
opened
like
the
it.
bag for them. I do that. I open all the bags. You know how? And it drives me crazy because if I worked at Walmart, I'd be screaming because when you open up a bag,
Yeah.
you put stuff in it, you take the bag out, and the rest of the bags are. I'm like, why isn't there a thing? It's 2021 where the bags just keep coming out like an LP.
Or they all like break off the little,
they
like,
break
the
off
centerpiece.
the thing, and the guy or girl who's like the checkout person is looking at me like, hold on, sir, and I feel bad, so I only end up like spinning it and opening it and open. Oh, and they usually go, oh, that's so nice, and I'm like, yeah, well, I want to get done today, like. Like I'm trying to help you. Like it's your job, but I want to help you do a good job so I can get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
I always love the people like that's the best. Oh, the ones that stand there and watch them. Like they just they.
I would much rather bag my own stuff too because people would put like 2 items in one bag or like one in one bag, and I'm like, no, can you put all of it in one bag? I don't care if the bag fucking rips.
Pet peeve right here. Pet peeve. Why do they put like ice cream with bread? It friggin' makes everything wet and molds it twice as fast because it gets that like water inside. Oh my god! Like, what is wrong with do these people don't go shopping themselves? Like, I go, what is wrong with you? Like, can you not put something cold with the bread?
Right.
Oh no, I have to. Oh look, you have frozen. Let me put it right in there.
Right.
But right away, like, oh, we can't put meat in there. Like it might leak. It's like, oh, well, you can't put meat, but you can't.
Right.
Like, don't you know? Like, you have rules. Yes, we can't put meat in there in case it leaks. Well, let's go with the whole cold and not with bread because it mildews. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that doesn't happen. No, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I bring my own bags because they're like they're almost like a box, and you can just like shove stuff in there, and
you're
that's
that
it.
person.
I'm that person.
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Because 9 out of 10 times.
No, because you know what? I don't want those fucking bags in my house anymore. I'm so done with them. The paper
they're my
ones?
trash bags. What are you talking about? I literally do everything with those bags.
I can see that because we use them as a salon
I
for that.
wrapped your fiance's wedding gift in those bags.
An excellent job, my friend. But
sad.
I understand why like people use them. We use them at the salon. It's fine. Whatever.
Right.
I don't want them in my house because you know why? I have a bag from when I moved into this goddamn place. Full of them.
Oh yeah.
Full of them.
You always have a bag full of the bags.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I don't use them.
I do. So I have a big pile, but
I wait until I like finally remember to bring them to the salon. And half the time my cats attacked them already, so you know what? They're going in the trash anyway.
No, but I always love that person. Oh, I get this too at Walmart. Poor
Walmart.
It's not even Walmart.
Right.
I've done it at Shaw's. I've done it at Stop and Shop. Like it's any place like this.
I forgot Shaw's was a place.
Huh?
I forgot Shaw's was a place.
Oh, that's
because it's like so out of my way.
Oh, excuse me. You're like
I'm a Stop and Shop girl in Aldi.
Hellmart. I can't get how people like. So when I go to cashier, this always happens to me once in a while. I always have that one lady who feels, oh, something might happen to this. Let me take 3 bags and knot it up, and they tie it up. Right? And they tie it up another one, double bag it, and then they put another one, which is really nice. So, look, I try not to complain about that. But magically, it's always something I'm going to use, like, right when I get out of the store.
Right.
Like a drink or something. And I go, like, and the nice part is they've knotted it so much, so now I have to, like, rip it open.
Right.
So now the triple bag is now, like, nothing because I just ripped it open like an animal because all I want was my soda that I bought inside, which are always nice enough to say, oh, would you like me to wrap this? Do you want this in a bag? And you're going, yes. And then they look at you like, oh. You ever get that? Like, that look like, oh, I got to put this in the bag. I'm like, what's the difference? You just put everything else in the bag.
Mm-hmm. I like as few bags as possible. We went over that.
Yes, yeah. All right.
I went to the store the other day. It was Walmart, actually. And it was those paper bags. I forgot my bags, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And she's trying to, like, shove... I bought toys for my ring bearer and my flower girl, whatever.
Right.
But she double bags it, which, I mean, whatever. That's fine. Thank you. But she's trying to put these big things into one. And, like, she didn't start with the big thing. She wanted to wait for the end. And I'm like, well, I don't want, like, 4 bags. Like, so I'll just carry that. Thank you. Like, if it doesn't fit, then just don't put it in a bag.
Right. So my next thing is parking. This can be anywhere, okay? I love how... Notice how I have nothing written down?
You know what Kelsey does?
Okay.
She parks the farthest place possible.
That's me. That's me.
I hate it.
See, I used to have a big van. Now, like, I don't have a van
Yeah.
anymore. But you remember the van.
Yeah.
But it takes up, like,
I
because
get that.
it was a limousine van. So
Yeah.
it's 15 people that can sit in it. So it's long and it's extended on top
Mm-hmm.
of it. So it would take up almost 2 parking places. So
Yeah.
I was polite and feel like if I parked far away,
That's fine.
I'm not
She has a
messing up.
Jeep.
I know she has a little tight Jeep. And let me tell you, if Shannon was watching, she'd be yelling at. She goes, "We still park far away." And so here's my thing. I don't like parking close. Also for one other reason,
Why?
is because I like putting stuff in. Like all my groceries goes into my trunk of the car now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I always feel when I park a certain way, because I always have to be facing out like that. I park like
You back in?
no,
Oh.
yeah, like
Yeah.
anytime or straight through. Like
Full face.
I'm-
Oh, those are the best.
like I'm always in my head like how do I get out here the easiest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm that guy. I think 30 things before most people. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm
Anyways.
crazy. So I park that way, and 9 out of 10 times we will walk out into that parking lot and someone has parked this close to my freaking bumper that I can't open and put anything in because I'm practically sitting on their truck trying to get into my trunk. And it drives me crazy, and I go, what the hell? I'm parked over in Guam. Who the hell parks in Guam? Oh, no, I'm not. You laugh.
No, I know.
But it's like, you already, like, I'm already thinking for you people. Why are you messing it up even more?
Right.
Because I know Shannon always says, why do you have to park so right? Park right here. I'm like, if I park right here, there's going to be disaster. Like, everyone's going to park on top of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, because the car we have, the doors open wide.
Mm-hmm.
So you really, like, it's, if someone parks close to me, I can't get in. Like, I can, and I'm not a skinny man, because I go to Walmart too much.
I like parking next to the carriage return or whatever it's called.
That's usually where I'm parked, but that's
Yeah.
further down. Like, you're usually, oh no, you park to the closest one, don't you? Yeah.
I try and get as close as possible.
Oh,
I mean,
no. So I'm not going to say any names here, because this actually is a true story.
okay.
But this drives me crazy. So this is where logic of the world fails me, and then I have to deal with it, and I can't handle it. Okay, so now you're looking at me like, what?
I don't even know where this could
So
go.
I'm walking in, and I see my friend, and this friend has a bad leg. So they need a cart, like a little, what do you call them? Those little Zoom
Sit
things.
cart?
Yeah,
Riding
you
carts?
know, like
Yeah.
when you break your leg, you drive a little cart and stuff,
Yeah.
right? And listen, they deserve it. There's no, like, they deserve this. So I'm not making fun or anything, right?
Right.
So when I go up, I say to them, they open the door and say, hey, can you do me a favor? I said, absolutely. What do you need? Like, can you go get me a cart? And I'm like, what do you mean go get you a cart? All of a sudden I realized this person has to get from their car to inside the building with, like, if they're handicapped, how is that possible? Like, if you can't walk around Walmart, why
Yeah.
would you think you can walk inside Walmart to get the little cart? She goes, well, I've been calling and no one's been answering. So I feel bad. So I go to walk up. I walk in, and first thing I do, because there's a nice person always in there, like with the stickers or whatever,
Right.
saying, the greeters. I said,
They don't
"Excuse
do
me."
stickers anymore.
Oh, they don't? Well, they used to.
They haven't done it in like ever.
I don't know. I don't ask for the stickers.
I was a really young
Are you
child.
okay? Is that
No.
your pet peeve? Are you okay?
Excuse me, I gotta go cry my eyes out.
So I go to this, and I believe it was a woman, and I said, there's a handicapped person outside, and they need a cart. Yeah, there's none there. Yeah, I kind of caught on to that. I hate that. Like,
Right.
that's the other pet peeve I have.
Right.
Right.
You're like, no shit,
yeah,
Sherlock.
yeah. So I go, yeah. When this is the answer I get. Ready for this? Why don't you guys why don't you go run down there? Like, go run to the other side. What do you mean? You got a little walkie-talkie. You talk to I hear everybody talking. Why am I go run down there? And stupid me, because this person's my friend, I go down to the other section. No carts. Ask that person. No carts.
Did you check the other side?
Yes.
Well, I don't know what to
But
do
guess
for
what
you.
this person said? I'll call for you. You don't need to. I just was there. I got to the car and I said, you're screwed. My friend.
Nice.
It's my friend. So I said, you're screwed. And they were like, oh, we'll wait. And then I actually went inside and actually complained because that's what I had to do. I had to complain and actually get like a manager to go out and get her number, so this person's number, so when they get, so they could call this person when they actually had their car, because they couldn't just do that in the very beginning. All right,
God forbid.
Ian left. How long are you gonna be on? We're usually on for what, an hour and 20 minutes usually.
Yeah.
Right.
Something
So
like that.
We'll
Well,
be
after
here,
9.
So we'll be here a little after 9, still bitching and moaning at something else. Well, listen, we want to hear your guys' pet peeves too, because I feel like everybody has the same pet peeves. They just don't want to admit it.
Right.
Oh, that's the other thing I hate. Are you that person? Like when I go into Walmart and I look for something, or anywhere, you know, let's just get off Walmart because I feel like
It's mostly Walmart though.
Like when I got a good one. When I go to Home Depot, like I am not the guy.
Well, first of all, they don't help you either.
There's no one that helps you. Let's get that straight. These people don't want to help you for nothing.
Right. But anyways.
And see you later, Ian. Have a good
Bye,
one.
Ian.
So I walk into Home Depot, and my mind is right away, like I'm not that guy. So like I don't want to look like an idiot. So I walk down the aisles, like I'll look for whatever I'm looking for, piping, whatever I'm looking for, right? And then I'll spend 3 hours looking at everything because I will not ask for help.
Oh, I don't ask for help. If I can't find it, that's it. You know what?
Because no. Because there is nothing worse than having that guy, and it's always a guy. I don't know why. It can be girls, but I always get that guy. It's in aisle 5. Yeah, I know I was in aisle 5, and it's it. Oh, you didn't see it? And I'm like, no. And then they just walk right to it. Here you go. Like, here's the thing you're looking for. And I feel so stupid.
Yeah.
Instantly, like, I am the biggest retard in the world, or whatever bad word you can think of, or jerk, or imbecile, or stupid, or I was in LD, LD person. Like, I'm like, oh, you just totally made me feel like I was back in school again. Like, oh God. So I'll sit there and I'll look. And then when I ask the guy, and that guy says, oh, I'll go and look, I'll be like, yeah, come on. And he'll be like, oh, it's not here. I told you. I'm that first guy. Like, I told you. Right. I am. I told you it wasn't here. Well, did you check this aisle? No, I didn't check that aisle because you said it was down this aisle.
I won't go ask for anyone. I will if I'm with somebody, I'll tell somebody else to do it because I can't. That's a social anxiety I don't like.
Really?
Yeah. Or I'll look online. Because you know what? If Walmart, like if you look on Walmart or whatever, it tells you like what aisle it should be in.
Right.
Or if it's not in that aisle, then guess what? It's not there.
My biggest thing is when I talk to somebody, like I will literally talk to somebody at like, oh, we'll go back to Home Depot. What are you making? And you're like,
none of your business.
Like you're just like in your head, like, oh no.
Right.
Like, cause see, I make crafts and arts out of like, for my figures and things. So I'm like right away, like, there's no way I can tell this guy this. So I lie all the time, like, oh, my daughter has a science project and we're going to do this. Oh, that's a good idea. Put a little chimney on something and use a little pipe. And I'm like, exactly. Walking away, thinking to myself, going, no, this is for a spaceship.
This is actually the bathtub for my Barbie. Thank you.
No, it's not that bad. But
is it?
Like I feel like I can never tell the truth. Like I walk out thinking I'm instantly a liar. Like as I walk out and I said I can't say this. I can't. Like the. Oh wait, well I didn't finish the whole parking thing because we got on a tangent. But the parking thing. Do you get the people who can't park in between the lines? Mm-hmm. Like you stop and you want to say,
or like even if you have like the double lines, like
yes,
the double lines
and
for parking,
parked
and they're like
inside the double line, like inside.
Or it's in the other spot, like.
And I think to myself, like, didn't that person get out of the car and go, "Oh man, I'm over a little bit."
Right. Let me go fix that.
But the problem is, if they parked far away and they do that, no one cares.
Whatever.
But if they park like in the first two things. now no one can park right next to you, so now there's less parking places.
Yeah.
Because now you can't park there. Or if you do, the guy comes back and like, hey, you're on top of my car. What the hell? And it's like, well, you're the idiot who parked that way.
I hate when there's like a good prime parking, and you get up there. It's either a freaking motorcycle or
the cart
a cart.
Yeah, the cart thing. Oh yeah.
Like, oh, finally. Or it's like a smart car, so like the big car.
Yeah, like it's like half the car.
Right.
No, I don't
like,
have that.
Me?
Like I don't, because I'm always parking far away because I've got a habit of doing it with the van. But yeah, but I look for the drive-through.
The pull-through.
The go-through. Yeah, I'm the pull-through. I totally. I'm obnoxiously that way because there's I think it's because there's been times where I've had to like I went to a concert and I had the van and I had to pull in straight and they made me pull in straight. Well, I don't know if you've ever been to a concert. Just because it's over doesn't mean it's over. Like, a lot of people sit there until like and I couldn't pull out. I couldn't back up because of the next row being so close to us and the van taking so much room that I was like, if I had pulled straight, I could have pulled out. But I mean, you know, if I had backed up and they were like, no, can't back up, got to pull in just the way. I'm like, and we ended up sitting there for almost like an extra hour waiting for people to leave.
The worst.
And of course, everyone's tailgating and partying. And that was my first concert, which was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I had never been to a concert.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, it's actually funnier than you think because I'm going a little tangent, but when Shannon said, "Oh, we're going to go see Nickelback and Adultery," and I was like, "Oh, like I know them," and they're like, "Oh, do you know any of their songs?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think I do, or I only know like radio songs, whatever that, you know." And she's like, "Oh, that's it's gonna suck for you, like you know what I mean?" I'm like, "But it's my first concert, so whatever, you know."
Yeah.
And that's her. She liked those, so. I went. I knew every song. I knew every.
Right. I've been to a concert like that. I'm like, I didn't know this guy, and then I got there. I'm like, oh, he sang this. Oh, he sang this.
I got to meet him.
You did?
Shannon had a package where I got to meet Daughtry. So literally, as crazy as that sounded, I actually went to see him, shook his hand. I have a picture with him, and I don't even know who the hell he is at that time. Until he started singing, I was like, oh yeah, I know this guy. Yeah. This guy sings this song and this song.
I don't get why Nickelback gets so, like, shamed. Like, they're so good.
I don't get that either. You know what? Oh, no. There you go. There's a pet peeve right there. I don't understand how we have fashions or, like, for instance, like, you know, they're boy bands. There were the Spice Girls. There was, you know, big hair. You know, like the big hair. And I hate when people go, oh, I can't believe I wore my hair like that. Of course you did. It was the coolest
fashion.
thing. It was the coolest thing. That's why, like, our kids are going to be like, I can't believe we wear skinny jeans and we look like that. Like, we look like muffin tops. Like, someday you're going to look back and whatever you're going to say, because everybody's going to say something.
Right.
Right. Like, I never get that. Like, you know, like, I always think, like, if you like the Beatles, they're like lollipop music. Like, you know, little, like, you know, and it's like, oh, how could you like that? Because, what do you mean, how could you like it? Because you like the song. And I don't know why Nickelback gets a bad deal, because I think, like, yeah, so they're a little, they can get kind of, you know, I call them a little bubblegum where everything has to rhyme.
Yeah.
You know, like everything has to have a thing. I just don't get how people can hate on something when it's not, like, there's no need to hate on. Like, at one time, it was number one.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was 2000. Yeah, get over it. Like, if you lived in 2000, just like I talk about my flip phone, and they go, how can you live a life with a flip phone? Simple, because I lived life without a phone.
Right.
So, why do I need all these gadgets? Like, good one. Good pet peeve I have. That's a good one. I have a pet peeve. People writing their appointment in their phone. I'll never forget it. It's in my phone.
And they forget it.
And then they forget it.
Yeah.
And then I want to be like, no, you didn't forget it. Because if you forgot it, you wouldn't put in your phone. Your phone is reminding you you're choosing not to do it.
Right.
Which is worse, because I'd rather them just say, I don't feel like coming today. I have a headache. I have other plans. My whatever. You know, like whatever you want to make an excuse. But it's like, oh, I totally forgot. No, you didn't. It was in your phone. You left here saying, hey, you want to go out Friday? I'll put you in my phone. You know that alarm went off.
Yeah.
I can't.
We've had a lot of people like call, make appointments, don't show up.
Like I just talk about like every day.
But even like they'll make an appointment for that day, and they don't show up, or give the wrong phone number, or it'll be like 7:00 on a Friday night, and they're like, "Can I get my hair cut today?" I'm like, "No, you cannot." Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like when it. I don't know, like.
Like you're looking at me answering the phone right now.
Like, no, I'm always like I'm literally thinking to myself like I've had the business phone go off at 9:00 at night, and I always sit there and go, "Who's calling at 9:00? Like who is thinking someone's at work at 9:00 at night?"
Right.
Like
I don't know. Random.
Like that's like me calling Walmart, and I'm using Walmart, Home Depot, whatever, at 10:00 at night, going, "Are you open?" And they're like, "No, we're closing in 5 minutes." Great, I'll be there. Like,
right.
No, we're closing in 5 minutes. Like,
right. Unless you're here already.
Yeah, unless you're calling from the parking lot, and even then they don't want you really to come in.
Right.
I get it. I mean, we all have this thing, but I think there's a lot of people who have this 24/7 attitude. Like, when I need it, everyone needs to jump.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more pet peeve that is logical but unlogical. Okay. When you were little, I know your parents, because I know your parents, right? Mm-hmm. When they talked about hitchhiking, what would they tell you? Would they tell you to hitchhike, or would they tell you don't do that?
Don't do that.
Why? I'm being serious.
Because stranger danger.
Stranger danger. They could rape or kill you, what have you.
Right.
Like bad things.
Yeah.
Okay. So right away, you don't want to hitchhike. Okay?
Are you talking about Uber?
when you're driving,
yeah.
Does your parents tell you not to pick up strangers?
Yeah.
Why?
Stranger danger.
Right, because they could kill.
Right.
But yet we have Uber, which we don't know the driver and doesn't know the
Well, it's
thing.
the same as taxi.
Yeah, a taxi's a little bit different because taxis are in a city. Like, they're not always all over. I mean, I know there are places, but like you don't see taxis in Warren like you do in New York. Like, you just can't put up your hand in downtown wherever you're at. Like, I can't even think in Indiana, some town, a town. Cities, I understand, because cities is usually take me to A to B, and that's it. But Ubers is everywhere. And it drives me crazy, because now with this Uber Eats or stuff, these people, like, park in the middle of the road, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to just stop for 2 minutes." No, it's not. It's not 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you look at your phone, they get out of the car,
they take a picture,
look around, they put the food on the thing, they take a picture, they come out, and then they wave to you like you did some big favor, which you didn't want to do, except their car is in the middle of the road, and you can't get by them.
Mm-hmm. I hate when they block the driveway.
There is a road to go to Shannon, it's a one-way road, and there's one, and that's fine. It's a free country, but there's someone who eats Uber every single Friday, and I hit it right when they're there, like every time. Yeah. And I'm always like, I was like 10 minutes late today. What the heck? Yeah. And I was like, what is going on? It drives me absolutely crazy. Again, if anybody else has like some pet peeves they want to put in, or right underneath, like, this would be great, because I don't. Or am I by myself? Am I the only one who thinks this way? Or like, like, I know you're agreeing with me, but I wonder if other people really think like crazy like me.
Well, I don't necessarily agree with you with like Uber and stuff, because I think it's the same thing as a taxi, only it's a different charge.
Because there's big complaints for a while about Uber drivers
raping
women.
If you pick anyone up, that's
like, but I'm being serious.
Yeah, but if you're in a taxi, you could do the same thing, or the person even picking it up could kill you. You don't know that. Yeah, you don't know their story. Well, you're still picking up strangers.
Taxis usually
it's the same as like a limousine thing.
Like, usually have a divider, though. Usually has a divider. And an Uber doesn't have a divider, usually. I'm sure somebody does. I'm not saying nobody does. But it's usually somebody's car.
I think we'll have to agree to disagree, and that's okay.
Fine. No, I mean, that's part of it. You don't have... It's my pet peeve, not yours.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Some of these things just... When things go bad, I just go, what did you think?
Yeah.
What did you think? That's usually my big pet peeve, is when someone does something and you just look at them. Like that crate. Oh, TikTok challenges. Okay, like I like them if they're fun and cheesy, but some
Why
of
are
them,
we stacking crates?
like, why are we hurting ourselves?
Right.
Like even the cinnamon. Oh, I'm gonna take it. Like it can kill
Right.
you, and
Right.
it's like, oh, this is great. Watch
Right.
this.
Comedy.
Like yeah, like you go okay. Now if it's fake cinnamon, or like like hey, don't try this at home. This is
Right.
and then try this or whatever. Or like the crates are stupid. Like I just get like
Right.
I don't even care if I could do it. I'd be like, this is just stupid.
Right.
Because
Or like, you remember when everyone was like making the broom stand?
yes.
Why?
Well, that's
Why-
all right. That didn't hurt nobody.
No, but it's annoying.
No, it was annoying when
Because
everyone
you
did
just
it
walk in the store and all
store,
this
they'd be
like...
all and you going, okay, why did you have to do all of them? We got it. You got one. You can do
Right.
one. Why is there 6? Like
Right.
this. Like
Right.
we get it. I don't know. Like listen. There's a new TikTok challenge that I just saw about aggravating your wife. And I'm watching these guys getting hit by the wife's shoe, getting smacked across the head, and I'm like, yeah, not fun. Who wants that?
Yeah.
I feel bad. This one guy, man. I felt bad for that one guy. I'm calling you out right now. I don't even know your name, buddy. But that poor guy who went. He doesn't go pee. He takes water and pours it into the toilet, and walks out. And she goes, "Did you put that seat down? Did you put that down?" And he's like, "Yeah, I did." "No, you did." Walks right in there and gives him like a little smack. "You didn't close it. Make sure you close that." I'm like, bionic hearing. She's in the other room.
Oh my God.
I'm like, whoa. Like, whoa.
I have a pet peeve about TikTok too.
Yeah, go ahead.
Why is it that I'll be like, all right, after this video, I'll be done. And then like 6 hours later, I'm like, all right, one more.
It's mindless.
Right.
It's
Why?
mindless.
Why?
It's
Why is it like that?
It's distraction for the 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
Do you know
it
how
is.
TikTok works?
No, I'm just whatever. No, I'm doing whatever.
Oh,
I'm
how long I'm on there?
Like what? Yeah.
Yeah,
For
okay.
whatever it is. I mean, obviously, they're usually only like a minute or something, or not even. Like
Yeah.
depends.
I think the longest is 3.
Yeah, like whatever.
But even then,
if you
like,
watch 4 of them, well, guess what? You've
Right.
now watched it for more than 3 minutes. Like,
Right.
You're watching
Yeah,
it for
yeah, yeah.
a half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever.
yeah.
I do that with documentary things on YouTube. Where,
Yeah.
Because I'll click onto one, they'll be like, and 1803, and I'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I'll literally start playing. I play basketball on I play NBA 2K21, and I'll start playing, and then next thing I know, like 5 games later, I look down and it's like it's done like the whole thing, and I've learned like I'll walk away with like stupid knowledge.
Well.
By the way, that's how I found out about Peter Naller. I actually know about a lot of things that I was just like disturbing.
Right.
Like I learned all about.
Go back and watch that episode if you haven't.
Yeah. Now, I don't know. Like I can't. Oh, okay. Now I have a little more sympathy for this, but I do have that inside burn for the people who do dumb things at the worst time. Like I get it because they're stressed and they do something silly, but it's always the worst time, and I'm always like, really? Like now you have to do this? For example, I think I've talked about the whole shampoo at my dad's shop. So my dad had shampoo, and then her instinct was to wet. So if you haven't heard from the other ones, because I'm sure somebody's like the first time here, we had a shampoo thing that came out real slow because you had to mix it with water.
Yeah.
Well, it ran so slow you kind of walked away from it, and 9 out of 10 times it was forgotten. It just was. It always was forgotten, which wasn't. No one got mad when it got forgotten because I think we all had done it, and this person had forgotten it. So, because it was their not the first day, but like their first week, so they were devastated this was happening. So the first instinct was to grab a towel, get it soaking wet, and put Dawn all, get it all sudsy to clean up soap. And I just was like, stop. And she's like, and they're like, what's wrong? What's wrong? I'm like, stop.
Right.
Think about what you're about to do. And they literally looked at it and looked at me and went, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And like I actually watched her make like
more soap,
like because it just kept sudsing up because the Dawn and the dog shampoo that was concentrated, like it wasn't broken down. Yeah. So it was just like she was just smearing suds like
Yeah.
that soapy stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Right.
Floor had never been so clean in its life. To this day, water.
It's actually waxed now.
And I get it. Like I get those moments where you're so scared you're not thinking.
Yeah.
But those are the moments where I go, no, this is the moments where you need to stop and think before you do it.
Yeah.
Take the breath.
Mm-hmm.
And I know not everyone does it because a lot of people just do things. That's something I hate. I hate people just do things and do things 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, what are you doing? Well, I'm just going to do this and this and that. Well, if you do this, stop. If you do this first, you don't have to move this. And then you don't have to move. And they don't. Like, a lot of people just get, what I call is dumb lazy and they're smart lazy. Like, I work hard to be lazy.
Yeah, like you're telling me that with, like, vacuuming and stuff.
Right.
Like, this outlet will get me here, here, and here.
Right.
Without having to unplug.
Right. And that's what I do. Like, I do a lot. Like, I vacuum the stairs from the top to the bottom because whatever falls to the bottom. Like,
right.
Falls down. So it's not like when I'm vacuuming up, all the stuff is still falling on the things.
Right.
Like, I always look at the whole smart and dumb. And I just that's my pet peeve. I can't be around those people. Like, I don't say nothing. I just kind of sit there and bite my lip and go, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But those drives me crazy. I don't know. There's got to be a lot of. I don't want to call them selfish. Maybe it is selfish. I don't know. Maybe it's self-absorbed people. I mean, I think it's the worst when, like for instance, I'll see people taking pictures, and I'll stop.
Oh yeah, and then there's people just keep walking.
Stop, and there's people just keep walking. Right. Like, I'm walking on the road. This is my road.
Yeah. I get it if you like didn't see it at first, but then I'll be like, oh hey, they're trying to take a picture. Let's stop.
Yeah,
And then the people are like, oh no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm like, you can't wait 2 seconds for somebody to take a picture.
Just like oh god, I'm gonna get annoyed. The people who feel they have to be in a certain lane for like 10 miles, which is fine. It's okay. Just don't go 2. Just don't go 2.
If you're not going to go vroom vroom in the vroom vroom lane, get out of the vroom vroom lane.
It drives me crazy because I always get that one person that's like, oh, my exit's coming up. Yeah, in 10 miles. But I'm going to go 3 the whole way. Oh, no, I got the biggest one. I'm going to go crazy right now. I hate people on... Listen, this is how it works, people. This is how it works. When you're on the highway, you have the right of way. When you're coming on the highway, you have to stop for us, not we stop for you.
Right.
No,
yeah.
Everyone does that for some reason. I was in the slow lane driving, and someone just didn't stop. Just kept going. The guy in front of me had to slam on his brakes, and I almost hit him because guess what? That's the other trick. If you're going on the highway, that means you're going to have to go 55. I always love people going on the highway and they're going 20 and we're almost on. It's like, I think we need to go a little faster. I think we need to go a little faster. Right. And if the highway is that fast for you and you can't handle that speed, then you need a Model T and be driving around town and not be on the highway. Oh, that drives me crazy. Oh, God. It's because it's always that person. Because I'm ready to go. Like, I'm like, oh, yeah, gonna hit the highway, gonna get 55, gonna hit the speed, gonna go. And that one person's like, no, we're going 3.
Taking that car for a walk.
Yeah, I'm pushing the car. Freddie Flintstone. I'm pulling. Drives me crazy. What is wrong with you guys? It's not how it works. You guys stop. I get you're supposed to, and we're supposed to merge. And let me tell you, if I can pull over, I pull over for that.
Right.
Like but there's times you can't pull over. Well, guess what? I'm not stopping. I'm on the highway. You have to stop. Mm-hmm. And they don't. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter. And like, hell, I've seen people almost get hit by an 18-wheeler. I'll tell you, this is why I don't drive an 18-wheeler. Because I just be like, boom.
Ooh, I have a good one, too,
They'd
about
be in
merging.
the ditch. Go ahead.
So, I live off a main street, and then, like, I also live off of I would say, like, a cut-through street.
Right.
Would you say it?
Yeah, right.
So, there's a stop sign at the top, like it should.
Which way?
At this way. Well, actually both ways, but
I know. That's why
the main road.
Right, the main road, yeah.
And then, so I need to take a left on there.
Right.
But because I'm I don't have a stop sign,
Right.
but somebody else wants to take a left turn at the stop sign. They think that they can go, even though they have a stop sign,
Right.
and I don't. So I always have to like pull in front of them to make sure they don't like.
Right. Don't you become the psycho?
Right.
Like you become
Like
a
every
psycho
once in a while, I'm
driver.
like, all right, you know what? You've been sitting there for a while. I'll let you go. But if 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna do it.
Right, because it's not the right of way.
Right.
I hate that. I hate when people like look, and then the worst thing is they're yelling at you like you've done something wrong.
Right. I had somebody like actually I almost got in an accident because they decided to go at the same time I was going. I'm like, hello, I had the right of way.
I
had
always
the right
love.
of way.
I love when you get the stop signs. Somebody who's behind, like it'll go. So let's just say a 4-way. So
Yeah.
we'll just say, A car goes, B car goes. We'll say C car goes, and then D car is supposed to go. And magically, after C car, the second car goes. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to go. And I'm going. Wait a minute, you didn't even go through the circle. Like you didn't even go through A, B, C. Like you are in the next generation of spins here. Like, right. And they just go, and there's nothing you can do because it's that or... See, this is why if I was a millionaire or billionaire, and I would have an 18-wheeler, I'd just be like...
I actually watched almost an accident the other night. You know, going into my parents' house, like in the neighborhood, they have that...
Conference point. Yeah, the little...
They have that overpass, whatever you want to call it.
For
the train tracks.
Yeah.
So they have a stop sign on each side now.
Right. Oh,
usually, there was one side that didn't.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and the car in front of me, I'm going to take a left turn into it.
Right.
The car in front of me, he decides to go, and then he stops, and then the person who's coming the other way starts to go, and then he stops, and then they go and stop, and I'm like, can somebody just decide to go because...
Like, what we don't know... It's proper etiquette. Like, A... B,
or if you
C.
shot,
and if everyone comes at the same time,
right.
and you feel generous, you can skip your turn and flash your lights and let the other person go.
Right.
There's no like it's, and the problem is I feel like everybody is A, they don't care, or B, they're in a rush so they can't think straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I need to get somewhere and I'm going to do everything. Like, and you're just going, what are you doing? Like just pull up, like just do that. And sightseers in Newport. I know you don't like years ago. Now see, I'm from a different era of time.
Yeah.
See, when my day in Newport, it used to be all cobblestones. So people used to pull over because they would do the whole way because then you wouldn't see anything. So the object was to pull over. Now it's all like paved, and now they
except for one street.
Yeah. But they basically go two.
Yeah.
And they just look at everything, and you're going, just pull over. Just pull over. Like, and I have, like, sometimes I have to deliver something or be down there, and I'm like, pull over. It's fine. I get you want to see the mansions. They're real pretty. Pull over.
Right.
Pull over.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know if other people, like, I'm going to go back to this. I don't know if any of you guys even think of this stuff. It drives me absolutely crazy. And the worst thing is you can't do anything. Like, there's, like, this anger, like... crazy road rage I have has to go home with me, and I'm like, you can't believe what I just saw. I saw 3 cars flipped over on the highway in one day. As I was driving
the same
home.
area or in different areas?
It did 3 different areas.
Oh my god!
I was coming back. I don't remember where I was coming from, but I was coming back. I saw a motorhome flipped on the side of Route 95 on its side.
Oh my god!
And he's just stopped, and you go, I wonder what idiot cut this guy off. Like, because motorhomes don't work like cars. Like, this is what people don't understand. Because you can slam on your brake in a second doesn't mean everyone else can slam on their brakes in a second. And what happens is those things tip over like easily, or 18-wheelers. That's the other thing, or horse trailers. Because I used to drive a horse trailer. Like, people cut you off, and they're like, "Oh, just slam on your brakes." Yeah, I have 2 horses in here. There's no slamming on the brakes.
Right.
Like, you know, because all the weight goes flying forward, and then you're trying, like, it's your brakes that are trying to keep you from not going anymore.
Right.
Drived halfway down, got on our... I know people don't know this, but it's 24 in Massachusetts / Rhode Island, and a box truck flipped over with the divide. And I'm like, I wonder how a box truck just flipped over.
Right.
And then right away, you just know. Like, I don't even know. But, like, in my head, I already know somebody cut somebody off. Like, somebody was doing something stupid.
Right.
And then when I almost got to hit the Seconic Bridge, a car had crossed the medium, a brand new car, all smashed up in the thing, and was on its side, and I was like, "What the hell happened?" Like,
Oh my god.
you just like I don't know. Like
See, that's why I don't like driving.
do you really don't like driving?
I don't like driving. Especially at night. Like, I can't see well. Like, the lights are too bright for me, so I just like.
Are you one of those people who can't handle the new LED lights?
Yeah.
Like they're too bright.
I can't handle regular car lights.
The best was with Shannon and I. A car pulled up to us and had the high beams the whole time, like in our face.
Mm-hmm.
He switches it off to low beams and then instantly switches it back. I'm like, did you think you had low beams on and then changed it? Like, and she's like, is he blinking to you because you have your high beams on? I'm like, I don't have high beams on. Let me tell you, I don't even have them on. Like,
right.
I'm not a big high beam driver. Like I don't know why. I'm just not.
I don't.
I think it's the fact I'm too lazy to click it on and off. Like
well, I'm always afraid I'm gonna like flash someone, so I'm like, I just may as well not see.
I never used to be and that's the other thing. I never honked on the horn, and lately I've been honking. Like I never would honk on the horn. I would just be like, oh.
I only honk on the horn if I see somebody and like want to get their attention.
Hey.
Yeah, like oh hey.
No, I never. That's how I used to be. Now I honk on the horn for everything.
Right.
I'm usually.
You know what I saw the other day? We were driving back from somewhere. I don't remember, but it was a van from New Jersey. It was like all young kids, or not young, but like teenagers, or maybe college.
Yeah.
All the seats were put down in the back.
Okay.
And they were all sitting, like there's 3 girls sitting on top of each other, like hanging out the window, like hey, and like laughing and stuff. I'm like, you're gonna get hurt. I don't hope you get in a car accident, but maybe if you should, so that you know like what's gonna happen.
You know,
I'm a big safety.
See, I grew up in an era of time where you could actually sit in the back of like a truck,
and I get that, but
again, we didn't go 150. In the back of the truck, we went like 25.
This was on the highway.
Yeah, I know. Like, you know what?
And there's never a cop when you need them.
The best pet peeve is those stupid motorcycles that are doing stupid tricks.
Oh yeah, and they weaving in and out. Like no wonder why you're hurting.
On like their rear, and they're like, hey, and you're like, yeah.
You're gonna bag it soon.
I want to say, I hope you don't hurt yourself, but that's not what I'm thinking.
Right.
I'm thinking, dude, that's going to be a mess when you fall.
Right.
Like, that's going to hurt.
I don't like how, like, be cautious of motorcycles, but they're allowed to weave in and out.
I know.
And God forbid you hit them, and now it's your fault. But it's like, well, maybe if you didn't freaking cut me off.
Nope, I got something better.
Or they ride in the middle.
Nope, better.
What?
Bicyclists.
Oh,
they're crazy.
My God.
They wear these stupid outfits. They have this thing where they don't want their feet to touch the ground, so they don't follow. Like, okay, if you ride a bike, if there's a stop sign, you have to stop. If it's a red light, you have to stop. It doesn't mean you keep going.
Right.
Because they just keep going. They're like, I'm a bicyclist.
Or they ride in the middle, and you're like, hello, beep, beep, get out of the way.
I don't mind if they're going, like, if you're turning, like, if it's at a light, they're supposed to be there if they're turning right. But then as soon as you get there, you're supposed to be pushing over so I can drive. They'll keep going like their car. I'm like, or they don't ride in single files.
Oh, yeah.
That's the other thing that drives me crazy. I'm like, listen, if you can go 45 on that bike, start pedaling. Because I won't bitch.
Right.
But until you start going 45. Right. They take 2, and of course it's always on a side road. They're both riding like they own the... Like, if you're going to ride that way... Get those stupid rear view mirrors so you can see a freaking car behind you so you can move because the road is not yours because you only can go, what's the fastest a bike can go? Like 15, 25? I don't care. Whatever it is, it's not as fast as a car. I swear to God.
Beep, beep, get out of the way.
I want to like give them a nudge. Like I want to be like, hey, boom, right there. Extra 10 points, bike down because they're crazy. And they're always looking at you like an ass, like you're the asshole. I don't care. I just swore. Or the other thing is, they're at the stop sign, and because they don't want to put their feet down because they have the specialist, your feet are locked in, they're doing that whole thing, and they're, like, weaving in front of you, and you're going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why do you have those? Are you going to go do the La France tour anytime soon? I don't think so. Sit down.
Yeah.
Because you know all those, like...
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with riding a bike. There's nothing wrong about... Or bike paths. You ever seen that's everywhere now? Bike paths. Like it's a whole part of the road. we don't even have a breakdown lane anymore because the bikes have to freaking go on it, and the bikes they ride their bikes, and you know where they ride it? Not on the other side of the bike, right next to the traffic, and then they look at, why are you so close? Get in the middle of your lane. It drives me crazy. I go,
how do you really feel about bicyclists?
Oh my God, they drive me. You know what it is? They've become, and the problem is, it's just not one. I feel like I keep meeting somebody new, like a new bicyclist who is doing the exact same thing. And you're going, is there a class that says, hey, make sure you ride in double file, like in front of cars?
Right.
Like, they can't hit you, because if they do, it's their fault.
Right. I don't know.
The worst thing
I was told that you can call, like, the local police and they can, like, whatever. I'm like, what are they going to do? Oh, we get a ticket?
Can you imagine this?
They're not going to listen to you.
Can you imagine? Because I can't, like, see, for me, I don't want to go. See, that's what I'm talking about. We have to go to crazy measures for something that should just be obvious. Right. Hey, I'm riding my bike. I'm going to ride, like, let's say you and me going to ride a bike. I don't care about that, right? I'm going to be in front of you or I'll be behind you. But I'm riding a bike, and I'm always, because I used to ride a bike, like, not a bike, but, you know, I used to ride around the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And my attitude was always, look behind you. Where's the cars? What's this? Now it's like, and the worst thing is, they're not even kids. Because if it was kids, you would just go, oh, they're kids. They're knuckleheads.
Right. They're adults.
They're adults that are like I just spent $1,000 on this, like, outfit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it still doesn't make you look good. And it's still not making you ride faster because you're not going fast enough, because magically I'm going 25 and it's not fast enough for me. Right. Because the road is magically 35, 40, and I'm stuck behind you going 25.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just being, that's if I get that one guy who's really, and I always do find that one guy where you can tell he's huffing it. Like, he's going for it. Like, he's like, and you're just like, this guy's gold. This guy's going for the gold. And I'm not making fun of him, because usually you're just going, this guy's legit. And there's no other person with that guy. Like, it's just not fun. This is like his livelihood. Right. Like, this is like a goal that he has set for himself. Yeah. And you just see him, like, I give him props. I don't see too many women. I know there are. Yeah. But I don't see many women.
I think it's more.
Because women are smarter. See, women would be like, single file, we don't want to get run over because some jerk will do it. Yeah. Guys would be like, let him hit me, I'm going to sue him. Right.
Oh my God. See, I'm that way in, like, a parking lot. Like, if I should have the right of way anyway, so I'm like, you can hit me, I don't fucking care.
So hit me, I don't care. I'm just going to assume, because nobody's writing anything, that I am crazy. Like, you and I are like crazy people that nobody else has pet peeves, because I just feel like these are things that, like, literally drive. Like, when I say drive me crazy, like, makes my eye twitch. Like, yeah.
Don't you hate it, like, when you're running late in the morning and I guess you literally live right next to your work.
No, but I know what you're going to talk about. I know what you're going to say.
And then, like, you hit every red light, you get stuck behind grandma here. And, like, can you move?
No, I'm going to tell you what happens to me. And this is something I get mad about, but I just feel like this is so life. Like, the Murphy Law is when I need to, like, if I need to go somewhere, anywhere, just throw out a place, I need to go somewhere. If I need to be there in a hurry, no, how about this? When there's, like, no one cares. Nobody cares if I'm there or not. Yeah. I will hit every green light. Mm-hmm. And usually what would take me a half an hour will be 15 minutes. Right. And someone will say, wow, you got here early. It's only 3 o'clock. It's only, like, why are you here? And you're like, usually, I'm early, like 15 minutes early, which is not a lot, but can be for sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then you only have 5 minutes to get here. That's all right. I'll get there. Boom. Right there. Right.
The biggest traffic jam. There's an accident.
Every construction. Every chitty bang bang driver. Every, I don't know what it is. Like, every, it's Sunday, but it's really Monday. I'm going to look at everything. Drivers. It's guy who looks at you like, what's your hurry for? Why does it matter? Just push over. Yeah. That guy who feels that they need to be in this lane because in 3 or 4 miles they're in this lane, but they're only going to go 20. Right. I'm sorry, like I get that a lot.
Yeah.
And then what happens is then you have Mario Madretti behind you going, and you're like, dude, I want to go fast too. There's some, but they're mad at you because they don't know someone's in front of you going to. That's classic right there.
Yeah.
And you're getting mad at the guy behind you because he's getting mad at you because you know the guy in front of you is literally like doing a TikTok video or something.
Oh no.
So I don't even know. Like it was like, I go crazy over that stuff. It drives me crazy. Like I mean, I don't let it assume. Like I know I sound really crazy, and I guess I kind of am. But okay. Have you ever been stuck? Okay, I got a good one. Have you ever been stuck with behind the guy? And it's always a guy, and I wish it was a girl, but it was always a guy who loves his car, that has his car like an inch off the ground, but has to drive around like every little bump because not pothole, because we understand potholes. We're talking about like any type of cap, like hubcap, not hubcap, manhole cover. You know, like the covers.
Yeah.
You know how they kind of have that little bump, but they have to drive, and they're going 5 or 10, and they have all the lights under their car, and they're just going in and out, and they're going to, and the music's so loud that you want to tap on his window and say, I can't hear anything except the thumping. Can you turn it up, please? Because all I can hear is the bass, and I would like to hear this song too, since it's so friggin' loud. Am I the only one who drives crazy? I will literally drive behind that guy, and I'll be like, and I will. I'll be like an inch away from his bumper, and he'd be like, what's going on, my car? What are you doing? And I'm like, I will push you.
Don't worry about it. You just put in neutral. I'll push you there. I'll get you there, bud.
Your car, you won't have a bumper in the front or the back, but let me tell you, you're going to get there. I don't know. Am I the only one that gets that way? No, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am?
No, I get what you mean.
Have you gotten that thing?
Yeah.
Like, these are pet peeves that no one talks about that I can't be alone. Like, there's got to be people out there who go, yeah, we hate these things. It drives me crazy. And the worst thing is always some guy looking at me like I'm the asshole. Like, what are you doing, mister? I have the right to drive on the road. Yeah, you do. But magically, we have a speed limit. We all like to go somewhere close to that.
Yeah. Have you ever been to a place where they have the minimum speed limit?
Yes. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Except that, like, I always seem to get that. Like, I always think to myself is, thank you. But it's always stupid, though.
It's like 45 to 65 or something like that. Yeah,
it's like always like, or 50, and you're always going, yeah, but we're all going so fast. Who the hell's going, like, who's the one who went 30 on the highway, like, to make that rule? Because if it's 45, God. So someone had to be going a lot slower. So they were like in a horse and a buggy, and they were going on the highway, and they thought it was going to be okay. Like they
were the bike.
Yeah, it's the guy with the bike huffing. He was huffing it. That's the guy. That's the guy who was on the highway, and you're going, yeah, you're going too slow.
Right.
You're only going 20, buddy, or 15, but he was huffing it.
Mm-hmm.
Drives me crazy.
Oh my God. There's a part going like if you're going to Providence, I think it's 95.
Yeah, it is 95.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, it could be 195. You're talking about 195?
You're probably 195.
Yeah, 195, yeah.
But like you're passing like Seekonk and Swansea, like those exits.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Whatever it is.
You're on 195, yeah.
Whatever it is. So the speed limit's what, 65 there?
No, it's not. But okay, yeah. There are some roads. Yeah.
I think it's 65.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's like supposed to be 65.
Yeah.
But everyone does like 85, 90, you know. Karen will always go, oh my God, I'm going 65. Why are people passing me? I'm like, because the limit is 65. You don't go 65 in this area.
Oh.
If you're not going at least 80, you're not going.
Big thing when, all right. Another pet peeve. Why do people? Because now because I know she has this, so I this is not her because I don't know her that well.
Yeah.
Pet peeve: older people having Corvettes, Porsches, any type of fast car going 3 or going the speed limit. It was like, dude, what are you doing? Are you afraid it's going to go back in time? Do you think it's a DeLorean or something? It's made to go faster. You don't listen. They don't have to go 100.
Mm-hmm.
The speed limit is 65. They can do 65. They can do 70. That's okay. Right. But going 50 and you're fast car is a waste of a fast car.
Right.
I don't even get that. And I always love the people like, well, the only people who can afford the fast car are the really old people, and they can't drive because they can't see anymore. I'm like, then why did they spend their money on that?
Right.
Like, I have no desire to get a sports car.
No.
None.
No.
I have
Absolutely
no
not.
desire.
I'm not a car
practical.
person, so
no,
it
I'm
doesn't
too
really
practical.
matter.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm a practical person. Like, I'm one of those people.
Kelsey goes, I can't wait until I have two cars. I'm like, what do you need 2 cars for?
Like,
She's like, one for fun and one for every day. I'm like, for the love of God.
I had a guy in front of me on a motorcycle doing the whole swerve thing.
Yeah.
So I was really annoyed because he was going 3, and I wanted to give him a push. And like the people in my car was trying so hard not to let me push this guy because he was literally going like this. And I found out why he was going like this. Well, they thought is that he doesn't have good, like, because it was an old-fashioned type of like shocks, that he probably didn't have good shocks. And I'm like, who wants to drive a car that doesn't, like, who wants that? Like, who bought that?
Right.
Hey, this is great. Oh, by the way, don't hit any bumps because it'll destroy your ass.
Right.
Like, like, don't, and the guy's like, oh, okay, let me go 3 and don't hit the bumps. If you have to drive that slow in your car, if you have to drive 20 and you have to drive 25, and it's not that type of, like, if you're in a back road or, like, in a kid, like, that's when you drive slow. But when you're on the highway or you're on a main road and you still need to drive that slow, well, I'm talking to you. You don't need to drive that slow. Or let the person pass. What is so big about that? It's like everyone has this pride.
Letting somebody pass.
Like, that pride of... Now, I get... You know what I get? If people want to pass you on the other side.
Yeah.
Like, the other side. You know when they tried to go down
on
the
right
there? I had, like, 5 motorcycles.
Or like we're all in traffic.
Yeah, and the motorcycles start going by you in the
or
breakdown
even
lane,
like a big car,
and I'm
like a truck.
I'm like,
listen, buddy, we're all in this.
And let me
mess.
just tell you, this is when I wish I had like an 18-wheeler, because I would just be like, right over, and I'd be like, try to get by that.
Right.
Like, I always hate that. I can't stand. Like, I wish I had an 18-wheeler because I wish I was rich and had an 18-wheeler because I would just literally like hit everyone. Ian is a truck driver. Yeah, okay, Ian.
Tell us your pet peeve.
I'm gonna ask you. Do you get cut off a lot? Because I always feel when you're in a big truck.
Mm-hmm. I actually watched a video of somebody like it was a smaller truck in front of an 18-wheeler, and it was like from the 18-wheeler's point of view.
Right.
And the
you
truck.
Can't see nothing.
The truck. Well, yeah,
like you
but
can't see what's right in front of you.
The truck brake checked him.
Yeah.
And obviously the 18-wheeler like hit the truck, so they both pull over, and the guy comes out of the small truck,
right,
and starts yelling at the guy. I'm like, well, maybe if you didn't brake check him.
Yeah, like, why aren't you going? No, I want to know, Ian, have you been cut off a lot? Because I always feel like that's the big thing for, like they pull in front of you and stop.
Yeah.
Like, especially in traffic. Oh, look, this truck, because trucks can't pull, like, they can't go fast.
Right.
They can't take off fast and they can't stop fast. That's kind of like the trick.
That's why they're not supposed to be in the left-hand lane.
Oh my God, he drives in city areas. Like, that's crazy. Like,
ugh, God,
I hate that.
Good for you, bud. Better
just,
you than me.
He doesn't even know. He's driven over many cars already.
He just drives over.
Because that would be me. I'd just be pushing the guy. Like, the guy would be up front.
Right.
Because it's ridiculous. I hate this. The only thing... There are some things that I go, duh. Like... Okay, I'm going to say this because I feel like no one does this anymore. When I cut the front of my yard, I never blow out to the road. I always blow into my yard.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And I never weed whack when there's cars coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I stand there, wait for everyone to go, then weed whack, because I live on I live on like a main road. Yeah. But I see people just like take weed whackers and they're just cutting everything, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna hit that guy's car. Like, something can jump. Like if you hit a rock and hit that car, and like people don't even. And the worst thing is, oh my God, new pet peeve. When I cut the lawn and I have the weed whacker, every single person in the slow lane won't pull over to the fast lane because they see me standing there and they'll drive in the slow lane and just look at me. And it's like, dude, I have a weed whacker. I'm trying to weed whack.
I'm gonna weed whack your car soon if you don't move.
That's what I should do. Just because it drives me crazy. So as Ian also says, I have to back into a lot of customers' location, and people constantly get in my way and try to sneak past me. Yeah, like I never get that. Or, Ian. Okay, so we're going to talk to Ian about having a truck now. Okay? Now, an 18-wheeler...
Ian, do you ever feel like just...
No. As an 18-wheeler, he said he could have his own
Oh,
podcast.
I'll watch your live, Ian.
I would watch it, yeah. I'll go live and talk about it. Yeah, you know what? We should figure out a way to just have Ian talk about this. But
right. Ian, send me a clip. I'll put it in the podcast on Tuesday.
My big thing is that you ever seen like 18-wheelers that are turning and they have to turn slow because they're 18-wheeler. You ever seen somebody with like a Hyundai like stopping and then trying to turn? Like
I go, all 18 wheels are on that corner. I say that every time.
Stop in the middle of the road. They're like, whoop, better put my turning wheel on here. And it's like, what are you doing? Just turn. Right. You have a little car. It's like, like a smart car. Like it's they're like, but they have to stop on the highway. Not the highway, but like on a main road.
Right.
And you're going, and then you're looking at the road thinking like, okay, it must be like rocky. And it's like a perfect clear, nothing next to them.
Perfect, new paved road.
Like, they could drive in the grass if they wanted to. Like there was no way they could mess this up. But yet they stop. And they're like, hold on. Let me turn my wheel.
Yeah.
And you're going, what are you doing? Just turn your effing car, get in. Like, am I the only one in the world that wants to get somewhere and do something besides just do what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Like, I always want to do the next thing. Like, am I in the car? Like, if I'm going to sightsee, I'm in the slow lane and I'm sightseeing. Or I'm stopping somewhere and getting out of the car and looking at crap. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not driving in the middle of the road. Hey, look at that, honey. You know, like, I don't get it. I just don't get. I don't get. Again, I don't know if it's just you're self-absorbed. I take it self-absorbed because I just feel like people just don't care. Like they just like the people in the aisleway. We're shopping, and when we're done, it's your turn.
Yeah.
And it's like no, it doesn't. It's like it's not set up for that. It's set up for all of us sitting there. We're all gonna walk in, and we're all gonna shop.
Yeah.
I can't. I literally like break it. Like I get so mad at this stuff because I think to myself. And the worst thing is, like you can't do it. Like you can't blow up. You can't get mad.
Right.
But they do. Mm-hmm. And you think to yourself, now if I get mad, because it's totally logical, somehow by law or something, I'm going to be wrong.
Yep.
So I can't get mad.
Yep. Even
though this guy's an idiot. The best thing I've ever heard to this day that shows me that this world is falling apart, and this is a true story, that actually went to the Supreme Court. Are you ready for this story?
Oh boy. Yes.
A woman went to CVS, bought sperm jelly. You know, the stuff that kills all the sperm, and you put it. It's usually on condoms and stuff like that.
Okay, whatever.
And so she bought it. She got pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
She complained and she sued CVS. Guess why?
Because they sold it to her?
No.
Why?
Because she's been eating it as jelly, and
what?
Because it was an aisle next to the food aisle, so she assumed she was supposed to eat it and not put it on herself or him or whatever the directions are.
Right. Yikes.
Because I literally, when I heard that, I went, we're screwed. We're screwed. And they actually didn't win in court, but I believe they settled and they moved stuff around. I'm like, it's CVS. Everything's next to the freaking food aisle. Like, it's CVS. Like, is someone going to be eating tampons next or something? Be like, oh,
don't give anyone any ideas.
Like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. And it goes, like, and then what drives me crazy is there's nobody who says, oh, come on, that's dumb.
Yeah.
I understand you messed up. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you messed up.
You said this went to the Supreme Court?
I think it went pretty high. I don't know if it was Supreme, but it went far. It went far because of like how it was, and they were like they debated how this could happen. I mean, just think how far things go, like crazy. I might be wrong on the Supreme Court, but I know it went up. It went up enough that I got to hear it.
Yeah,
that's how I figure it. Like,
yeah.
But
well, you can't fix stupid.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like we can all sit here and say what is stupid. because what your stupid is not my stupid, and like, and there's always someone smarter. There's always someone smarter. Like, I consider myself a pretty smart guy at times, and I've sat next to people that made me feel like I know nothing.
Yeah.
And I've gone, wow, I'm an idiot. Like, I thought I was a pretty smart guy because I listened to crap, like history stuff, and then I kind of realized, well, I'm probably smart in certain things and not the other things. And I always get life lessons, and somehow I learn from my life lessons where I feel like other people don't. Like, like I don't ever brag about stuff. I've never been big on that. Like, when I used to ride horses, I never walked into school and be like, hey, I just won, blah, blah. Like, most people didn't even know I rode. Like, only, I think your dad, like, really good friends are like, what are you doing this weekend? I have a horse show to go to. Like, that'd be it. I mean, I think most people thought I just went in a circle. But I don't get where people... And I think it's from media. I mean, like, again, we'll go back to the whole stupid thing with the whole TikTok, with the whole... Like, when some of these are going too far. Like, they're getting people hurt. How is that even funny? Just like, I don't understand how Jackass is funny. I hate that thing. Like, I just think to myself... Like, yeah, like... How stupid are you? Like, well, I jumped off of, we can go through A through Z of all the stupid things they've done. And they're always getting hurt. And then, like, Johnny Knoxville was talking about, like, he has a problem with this, he has a problem with this, he has a problem with that, he has a broken this, he has a broken that, he has a tube in his crotch. Like, he has all these things, and I'm going, was that all worth it?
Right.
Whatever, like, movies, was that worth it? Like, but what does that teach the next generation? Because now we have to outdo those idiots. So the next groups turn around and they go, hey, look, I can fly, and then doing something dumb. Same thing with the funniest home videos. I hate those because I feel like some of those are, like, so set up that you're going, yeah, that guy could be paralyzed now. That's not funny. Like, what happened if that went wrong?
Yeah.
And then you don't win, and now you're broke. But we got a funny video. I don't know, like, some of it, like, don't get me wrong, I like the challenges. Like, I like some of the funny things, like the dad jokes. You remember the pillow when they put, like, the flour on, and you did, like, the things, like, what is it, rock paper scissors, and then you would dunk their heads on the pillow, and it would have, you put different things on it, like ketchup and stuff, so your face would get all, like, that's fun stuff. That's stuff that you laugh about. That's stuff that you enjoy. Like, I don't know, like, even to a point where, like, I did a live for the Goofy Geek Boutique, and I dressed up like a woman, and that was, like, a whole thing that I did was, like, I dressed up like a woman, and I was supposed to be a transgender, ha ha ha, and I was laughing, about certain things. Like, one of my jokes was, like, oh, why do you have a beard? Oh, I have a beard because I've had so many facelifts. If I lift my face up, you'll see my crotch.
Oh,
like,
my God. Yeah.
Like, funny things like that. Like, that's funny. That's witty. Stand-up comedy. Funny. Doesn't mean I like every stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But it's funny. But I don't know, guys. I have pet peeves. I feel like I'm the only one in the world that has these crazy pet peeves. Maybe I'm the only one who's in Walmart who's, like, psycho about these crazy things. Because I get, like, you're not the... You know what it is? I feel like this is it. I feel like people in the world think they're the only one in the world. And we don't care about the next person. And I always feel like I'm always like, go ahead. Like, I don't have a problem. If a kid's walking down a toy aisle, I'm not that guy who's, like, trying to push him down. Because if he found the toy that I like and he wanted it, then he's fine. Like, let him take a toy. Like, I'm not that guy. But I've seen guys, like, freak out. Like, oh, well, I'm a good collector. It's a kid.
Right.
He's going to enjoy this way more than you are.
Right.
Like, it's going to be in a box on your shelf.
He's actually going to play with it.
Right. So, I mean, and I've seen people just lose the fact of what we're trying to do. We're trying to teach our kids to be better than us.
Yeah.
And we're not. I feel like they're becoming, like, mindless because we don't care. And if we don't care, they don't care. And I'm not telling you how to raise your kids because I'm the last one to raise your kids. Because I've joked a lot with Marin, a lot, my daughter. Like, I remember one time she got homework sent to her, and I answered it, and it was supposed to be for me, and I'd be like, parents' name, we don't know who they are. I wrote that, like, we don't know who they are.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, you know, what's your student's name? Marin.
Oh, you just posted this
Yeah, I
the
just
other day.
posted this. Yeah. Because I really did this. I really wrote it out. It was like in third grade, and I wrote out this thing. It was like, what do you want? What do you wish for your third grader for her to get to fourth grade? Like, like I just answered it, but it was like as funny as it was. Like I know a lot of people were laughing. The teacher laughed at me. Yeah. But it was like a lot of those answers were kind of more like, but not the parent part, but a lot of it was true.
Yeah.
And like a big comment was like, well, something about knowing your daughter. I'm like, well, she's only 8. Was it? She's only. What's
something like that you would say?
She's only 10. I've only known her for 10 years, so I don't know her that well. Like you know, like, and it's just it's funny. It's laughing. I liked when Marin was in elementary because we just would laugh with the teachers because I would just throw out the most craziest things. But I had teachers go, "This is not funny. This is serious," and I'm like, "How is this serious? You're asking what I want for my daughter. What do you want me to say? World peace? I want her to be married, to be happy, or, you know,
she needs to learn this by tomorrow. You know, so can you get that?
Like, what am I supposed to say? Like, it's an impossible thing. Like, you know, like my daughter is going to be who she's going to be. You know, I can be here and tell you it's going to be A, B, and C, but guess what? She's going to be her own person.
Yeah.
And she's going to have her own pet peeves, and hopefully she'll tell us someday.
Yeah.
But, all right, we're at the end of our pet peeves.
Yes.
Thank you for watching on our live. Thanks for, if you're on YouTube, please write, guys. Write to us on YouTube or write on the Goofy Geek page.
Tell us your pet peeves.
Yeah, tell us your pet peeves.
Because maybe one day we'll read everyone else's pet peeves and talk about it.
I always wanted to do one of those where, you know, because I always kind of hoped that the, good night, Ian.
Good night.
I always was hoping that the live would, you know, people would write to us, but, you know, in due time, I guess. I don't know.
All right. So we'll see you next Sunday.
Next Sunday will be...
Not this following one.
Yeah, not this
one.
Not
in like 3 days.
Someone's getting married Monday.
Not me. Just kidding.
And so good luck and have fun.
Thanks.
And then we'll see you next Sunday.
Yes.
And this will be going out on Tuesday.
It will.
After.
Day after the wedding. No, the honeymoon's not until December.
All right. And he's going to reach out with some driving clips.
Oh, can't wait.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Bye.
And we'll see you next time.